built match for us. Midtown Theater Center in Houston, that's where we will be. It is the weekend of December 18, 19, and 20. There will be no less than 5 shows. Now, you have to go online and get your tickets really, really early. RevelsHouston.org. You can join our group. You can be with us. If you see us perform tonight and you think, this is great, you know, I want to be with that group, you go and audition next Saturday. If you believe tonight, this is horrible, what a bunch of losers, join us, you can improve it. It'll be a mix of a couple of things that you're not familiar with and some things that you are familiar with. There's going to be some traditional music. We have our musicians, we have our singers. But there's also going to be a couple of, I mean, after 25 years, we're grown up now, we can do some non-traditional things. So the show will be a replica of the first show. The first show that John Langstaff created was an original, and I need to say it exactly, it was an English medieval Renaissance Christmas Revels. Now, she's not the fastest, but she is the funniest.
I know you're pretty funny, Leia.
This is called the new Game of Thrones. It's a guessing game where I will try to explain something and you're supposed to call out who you think it is. He's 8 feet tall. He's green. And his...
Right?
Yes. Oh!
Your opportunity, because we will auction off to be the king for the night. You will be the king or queen. Now wave the flags, wave them high. That is how you will make bids. Okay? So we have $100 for the queen. Do I hear $110? Do I hear $110 for a king? Hear $150? Are we going to hear a decisive blow? Here we go. This ship is over. Do we hear $200? $200, we'll do the buy it now button. We do the eBay buy it now button. You give me $200 and that's it. That's it. $200. This thing is over. This thing is over. Unless I hear $250.
One at a time, and I will.
Ego domino, ravioli.
It means I.
Mary. Proctor, helicopter.
Take charge of this Revels evening.
Mazda, Miata, Subaru.
And you better listen to me.
Acura, Taurus, Toyota.
And everybody have fun.
convivio, caput apri defero, regens laudes Domino. The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all the land. When thus bedecked with a gay garland, let us servir a cantico, caput apri defero.
Taste that, let us know.
There you go.
Yes, so let's see what she says.
You can do this.
You can do it.
You can do this.
Don't be afraid.
We're all here. There we go. Like,
You better show the queen.
okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I think we have.
Okay.
Hold on. Really not.
There are several very good restaurants nearby.
Really good.
The varlet found poaching in the royal forest.
Poaching in the royal
On
forest?
your knees, varlet.
For shame.
Did you poach? Royal sovereigns.
Me? No. No? No?
Let's make judgment as to what his punishment is, since he obviously is guilty.
Poaching is generally punishable by singing a song.
There you go.
Well, it's very fortunate that you would give me such fate, because an hour before this show, I happened to be very inspired and write my entire life story in this ballad. So I'm going to sing that for you today. My daddy fed us all his way, a woodlands man was he. Yes, he lived outside the law, but what's a man to be? A wife and kids had to be fed, a poacher he became. At crack of dawn or dark of night, he caught the fish and game. Catch the quail and skin the hare, land the salmon slow. Snare the jacks with head down low, take the catch and go. Watch for opportunities and strike the killer blow. Harvest from the summer flow and watch the family grow.
Stand back and you will be knighted.
Sir Larry Eaton, we knight thee.
Yeah, yeah. Sir Larry, speak your name loudly.
Oh, Sir Rick, we knight thee.
Bravo. Speak your name loudly, Commodore.
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith, Sir Robert, we knight thee.
Speak your name loudly, lady.
Susan Clavinus. Susan Clavinus, Lady Susan, we knight thee.
Deck all with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la.
president, and he will bring you our proclamation. There's a bubble.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a good time. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this event. And I hope you'll come join us again in December at the Christmas Revels, our 25th year opening of part of the inaugural season at the Midtown Arts and Theater Center. 25th season. We are very pleased to see everyone here. But we are especially pleased to see the masters and mistresses who have performed in many of our Christmas revels. And if you are one of our performers, would you please stand so we can recognize you? We would also like, there is one special member of our Revels group that we would like to give a special thank you to tonight. Sir Bob, would you please come forward and join me? Whereas Bob Stevenson has been with Revels Houston since its beginning in 1981. And whereas during that tenure he has performed in every Revels performance and with revelry throughout the community. And whereas in his time with the organization, he has cultivated his continuing role and reputation as the repository of all things Revels. From music, to organizational history, to traditions and lore. And whereas his commitment and talent have supported Revels at the local and national levels, whether as a member of the board, as a producer of Revels programming for public radio, as a past president of Revels, and as a collaborator on a variety of productions and scripts. And whereas he has fostered a relationship between Revels Houston, Revels Inc., and whereas he is still going strong in all he does to advance Revels' mission and appeal in Houston and nationally, be it therefore known that the Revels Houston community, its board, its peasants, its lords, its ladies, in gratitude and appreciation, recognize and honor Bob Stevenson for all he has contributed to the organization by proclaiming him Lord of the Revels.
It was one of those instances of being in the right place at the right time and looking for something to fill a kind of gap in my life. I happened to be here in Houston in 1991 when David Langstaff realized a dream of many years based on his growing up in the Langstaff family and growing up with Revels back home in Massachusetts, that he succeeded with the help of some of the very people who are in this room to create this wonderful thing, which now 25 years later has been through some ups and downs, but is on its way back up again. It's been a great joy in my life, and if things go well, I'm even now in the process of negotiating with the folks I used to work for at the University of Houston to produce a new Christmas Revels radio program. Fingers crossed. And I hope you'll all come to our big reunion at the Match Center in December when we recreate that very first Christmas Revels that we did with Revels founder John Langstaff and his co-founder, his daughter Carol Langstaff, back in 1991, as we start our second 25 years of glorious celebrations here in Houston. Thank you. Thank you.
but it's always about song and
Dance.
And that is why we open the curtains to a lovely dance floor. There is no such thing as a free dinner. You will have to work for your food now. So to help the digestion, Lady Beverly and Lady Ruth will take you through a dance.
A dance.
All very
So
traditional.
everyone can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, begin. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2. Oh! Make a circle. 3, 4. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bow. Very good. Lady Ruth, now we have a conga line with the pinky dance. For those of you that were in the Breton show, you know this one. No? So you're going to make a line. Make one finish line.
It came to pass that the great bell ringer of Paris, Quasimodo, the hunchback of Notre Dame, died. And the fathers of the great Cathedral Notre Dame de Paris realized that they had to hire a new bell ringer. And the bishop opened it, and to his surprise, there was not a horde of applicants, but just one little wizened, stooped man whose most noticeable characteristic was that he had no arms. The little man looked up at the bishop and said, "Your Grace, I am here to apply for the position of bell ringer of Notre Dame." But this young man, of course, was unfamiliar with this bell and its particular ringing mechanism, and when his feet touched the floor, he hesitated for an instant and didn't get out of the way in time. The bell swung back, the rim of it caught him in the stomach, knocked him backwards out the open portal of the belfry, and he too fell 200 feet to the cobblestone streets of Paris, and he perished. The bishop was totally horrified, ran down the stairs again. The crowd had gathered once more. They saw the bishop coming, parted, and he went to the center, and there was the same policeman, now crouched over the lifeless form of the second bell ringer. The bishop looked up and said, "Father, what has happened? Can you identify this man?" And the bishop said, "Well, I don't know his name, but he's a dead ringer for his brother." And the bells were ringing wildly in a way that had never occurred before. And the biggest of the bells, in fact, got to swinging so violently on its pivot that the rope suspending it snapped. The bell came flying out of the belfry, dropped the 200 feet, and crushed the young man to death on the cobblestone. The bishop heard the commotion going on outside and ran out with his heart in his throat. And sure enough, a crowd had gathered around. He pushed his way to the center, and there was the policeman bent over the lifeless body of the fourth of the bell ringers. The policeman looked up and said, "Father, did this man work for you? Can you tell me anything about him?" And the bishop said, "Well, I don't know his name, but he was a real humdinger."
How do you roll, Miss Queen? How do you rule about this story?
Recant or sing?
I can't recant. So I guess I'll sing.
Okay. We'll help you out, my friend. We'll help you out. We'll be there.
Perhaps the court singers will assist me.
Definitely.
Your Majesty, this is a passionate but chaste love song in which the singer tells of the virtues and pays tribute to the object of his affections. "'Tis of good ale to you I'll sing, and to good ale I'll always cling. I likes me mug filled to the brim,
You do.
and I'll drink all that you can bring.
Of course.
Oh, Camille, thou art my darling, thou art my joy, both night and morning. Donna nobis pacem, pacem, Donna nobis pacem, Donna nobis pacem, pacem, Donna nobis pacem,
Rustling among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering, so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we are Gaudete, gaudete, Christus est natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete, 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 Christus est natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus est natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete. Deus homo factus est, natura mirante, nonus renovatus est, a Christo regnante. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus est natus, ex Maria Virgine, gaudete.
What happened to revelry and chivalry?
All right.
You're not even on the horse. You're not even.
He's walking next to the horse.
Good, you try.
You gonna ride side saddle?
Amazon says, oh yeah.
Maybe Syria seems to be in a position there. Let's keep up with the horse. I think my next step. Oh, wait. Sorry. Aggressive target!
It's a very aggressive target.
No fair blocking.
I say this, if you shoot them with twins.
Goaltending.
Everything has its price. It's a fundraiser.
So, needless to say, oh please, we'll have Sir Knight sit and we'll sing to him.
Oh!
And we'll see what he thinks then.
Fine, I'll start. You can sing with me if you want. I think you want. I think you do.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, fine. White coral bells upon a slender star.
the valley, take my cord, do them walk. Oh, don't you wish that you could hear them ring? That will only happen when the fairies sing. White coral boughs upon the slender stalk, lilies of the valley, take my cord, do them walk.
God bless the master of this house with happiness beside. Where'er his body rides or walks, his God must be his guide. His God must be his guide. God bless the mistress of this house with gold chain round her breast. Where'er her body sleeps or wakes, Lord, send her soul to rest. Lord, send her soul to rest. God bless your house, your children too, your cattle and your store. The Lord increase you day by day and send you more and more, and send you more and more.